Alright, so is Supergirl good or bad? This movie's kind of fucking bad, to be honest. Yeah, coming off of Superman, which was actually pretty damn good in my opinion. So Man of Steel made me like Superman, but Superman 2025 made me love that character. I think that portrayal of him was way better. So coming into Supergirl, honestly, I had mid expectations, but it wasn't super high because I don't really know that much about Supergirl. Honestly, that's actually kind of a benefit of what would make this movie actually better. I had no bias coming in. I didn't know anything about Supergirl, pretty much. Nothing caught me off guard in this movie. This movie was just fucking bland, and it was just boring as fucking hell. And the villain was just fucking terrible. Holy shit. That's probably one of the worst villains I've ever fucking seen in my life, honestly. And that's saying a lot because there's been some pretty fucking bad villains throughout the superhero genre. And yeah, I can't remember his fucking name, even though they said his name so many fucking times. So let's just go through the plot real quick. Warning, there's gonna be spoilers. So Supergirl. So in the beginning of the movie, we get a freaking montage of Supergirl just doing deadbeat shit. She's just partying. She's just drinking a lot. And during her travels, she goes to this bar, I guess you call it, and she's just dancing around. And before that, we get another side of the story of another character, some freaking teenage girl who family has just been brutally murdered. She is the only survivor left, and she wants to go hunt down the person that killed her family. And of course, you already know where the movie's gonna be going. Revenge trope, you know. She goes and she tries to recruit people to help her get her revenge, and of course, she runs into Supergirl. So they team up, and along the way, they just encounter a bunch of freaking aliens and shit, and they go through a bunch of moral dilemmas. But the whole freaking movie is just basically going from planet to planet to planet to planet, chasing down this one stupid ass villain that no one fucking really gives a shit about. And in the end, of course, they defeat him. It's just these good old trope of revenge bad. So yeah, that's the plot of the movie. So let's start off with some of the good things about this movie. Honestly, there's not that much. I guess one good thing is I actually think Millie Alcock is a pretty good Supergirl. She has the look. She has the acting down, I think. But honestly, it's not her fault that some of her scenes were kind of shit, like the comedy scenes. I don't know, they were just mistimed. They were weird. They kind of, I don't know, something about them was just something about the comedy scenes were just really bad. And not just her, even Jason Momoa's scenes were kind of fucking bad. Like honestly, I didn't laugh at anything, but all right, we'll get back to the bad stuff later. Let's keep talking about the good stuff. Like I said, there's not that much, so it's kind of hard to think of any. The action was pretty good, I guess, if you want to call it that, because there was not that much, to be honest. While there were some here and there, I guess they were pretty decent. There's a action scene near the beginning of the movie where we haven't seen Supergirl with her powers at all because she's been stuck on a freaking planet with a red sun the whole time, which doesn't give the Kryptonians any powers, and yeah, she just gets her ass kicked all the time. And there's a moment in the film where goes to she eventually heads to a planet where there's actually a yellow sun, and we get to see her awesome freaking powers. And that scene was pretty damn good, to be honest. Honestly, that scene had action that was better than some of the action in Superman. And honestly, that's about all I can say for the good things in the movie is just kind of the action. That's it. Everything else was just kind of freaking bad. Like the villain of the movie was fucking atrocious. That has to be one of the worst villains I've ever seen. One of the least memorable villains ever. And honestly, if your villain is bad, then the movie is gonna suffer a lot from that. You kind of need a decent villain to not keep people bored, I guess, because this movie is fucking boring as hell. Nothing really fucking happens. We just go from planet to planet to planet trying to chase down the bad guy. And it's just the whole friggin' movie is just a bunch of coincidences to make the plot continue. Otherwise, the fucking movie would just end. Like, for example, the girl in the beginning of the movie who got her fucking family murdered, which was a pretty terrible scene, to be honest. It was so fucking weird. A lot of shit just happens out there, and she just tries to go recruit Supergirl, and Supergirl wants no part of it because she's a fucking deadbeat. And then, of course, some bullshit coincidence has to happen where, oh, somehow the freaking bad guy fucking randomly gets on Supergirl's ship and I guess poisons her fucking dog after her dog tries to attack him. Of course, now she has a fucking reason to chase him down. That's the only way to move the plot forward. Just a bunch of fucking dumb coincidences. The pacing is pretty fucking bad. Shit just fucking happens out there, and it kind of moves a little bit too fast and too slow at times. Like it's really inconsistent. The beginning was extremely fast, and then it just kind of fucking slowed down like crazy throughout the middle of the film. Like slow down pretty damn hard. There's just a bunch of fucking talking, and honestly, you think a lot of talking would make your characters more fleshed out and better, but the characters in this movie are pretty fucking bad. I especially fucking hate the other main character, I guess. The girl that got her family murdered. I fucking hate her. She is so boring, and she just has this trope attached to her of revenge that's just so damn predictable. And you already know, oh, she's gonna face the bad guy who murdered her family, and she's gonna have a situation where she's gonna fucking have the opportunity to kill him, but she's gonna be, I'm better than you, and she's gonna walk away like they always do. And yeah, that's exactly what fucking happened. So yeah, just predictable as fuck. The plot is yeah, just fucking generic as hell and just predictable and so simple that yeah, it's just the movie's just so fucking boring, dude. I want my $10 back. So this movie wasn't so bad compared to its predecessor Superman. That movie was way better. So what is my verdict on this movie? Overall, I think it's a 5 out of 10. Yeah, 5 out of 10. I'm gonna say don't watch it.